What's up, everybody? St. Michael here. Glad to be here with y'all today. So, got a hell of a show for y'all. This is going to be about police reports and why they matter to not only officers, current officers, cadets, but your average folk that may never know, wind up in a pickle one day. So, and I'm doing this because I see a lot of shit going on today. One, officers, you should fucking know, society doesn't like cops, even less than they did in the 70s. So getting your cases to stick and actually getting the charge is not as easy as it used to be. Now, that doesn't mean give up. It doesn't mean do a lousy fucking job, because these civilians out here depend on us. Our communities depend on us. They depend on you to get that fucking charge, especially in a rougher side of town. If somebody lets you in on some information and whoever that is doesn't end up getting the charge, they may come back and unalive them for snitching. These are very important reasons on why everything has to be included in a police report and why you need to get that charge if you're going to charge someone. And here it is. Everything in a police report. So that's your who, your what, your where, your when, your why. Your basic shit that you probably did learn in the academy. And if you didn't, you got a lousy ass police academy that you went to be honest. And those who's need to include dates of birth, driver's license number, needs to include some kind of identifying information. It can't just say John Doe. Can't just say John Doe did this. You need to be descriptive. If it's long, fuck it, it's long. I understand there's admins out there that are going to tell you, hey, this isn't how you do a police report. To be honest with you, your department that you work for, your admin really sucks if they're going to sit there and tell you that you got too much detail in your police report. You should never have too much detail in a police report. I talk to people all the time that come to me for advice about bad situations that their loved one got put in, wrongfully accused people, family members, this, that, and the other. My first question is, did you receive a copy of the police report? I don't know how many times I looked into those police reports. I find holes. I'm not a lawyer. I'm nothing. I'm a former cop. But I don't know how many fucking times I've read a report where somebody went to jail and all the fucking information isn't in there. Folks, officers, citizens, if there's anything stated in that report, it's got to be everything. That means you gotta submit the video footage. You gotta submit detailed statements by your witnesses, by your victims, whatever. It's all gotta be in there. And if it's not, guess what? It never happened. Even if it did happen, it never fucking happened. There cannot just be an officer that goes to court for whatever charge it is he's trying to get and just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna just use a bullshit name, Larry robbed another bullshit name, Dylan. Well, it doesn't say it in the police report. So it never happened. They're not just gonna go off of the officer's word. That's not how shit goes. Police reports matter. I don't give a fuck if you're about to get off your shift and you get a call that drops 30 minutes before your end of watch. I don't give a shit. That's your job. You signed up for that job. You can't always help that a crime gets committed or doesn't get committed and somebody's in distress 30 minutes before you get off. Doesn't fucking matter. You signed up for that job. You need to do your due diligence. And that's just that's how it is. It's my cadets out there, that's how it is. So, I mean, there's going to be times where you go to calls and somebody gets assaulted and there's lacerations, bruises, everything all over their body. You got to document that. You got to take good pictures of each and every one of those lacerations, bruises, whatever. You got to take good pictures of that. You got to document it in your report where you saw it at. If it's not in there, it never fucking happened. You got to understand that. I don't care what your FTO teaches you, that's bullshit. If your FTO tells you anything shy of to be detailed in your reports, where it happened, what the weather was like, who was there, talk to every witness. If it's at a apartment complex, go get video footage. If it's already closed at that time, go the next day, right before they close. Request the video footage. Get a phone number. Request the video footage. Get it, upload it into your report. Because if you don't do that, it never happened. So folks, all people that were wrongfully accused, that were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, if you get accused of something, say you got accused of a robbery because you were in the vicinity and you fit the description of the guy that was seen robbing somebody. Well, guess what? That officer is going to have to put every detail into that and why you were arrested. And if it ain't in there, it didn't happen. And it's not just a victim. If the victim doesn't have full-on evidence stating that it was you that did it, then guess what? The officer don't have a who. You have a description of a who, but you don't have a full-on who. Therefore, an arrest shouldn't be fucking made. You cannot arrest somebody just because they fit a description and that's it. If you're in a community full of, I don't know, black people, Hispanic people, and the description is Hispanic community, say Hispanic male. Hispanic male wearing a black t-shirt. You know how many fucking Hispanic males are right there wearing a black t-shirt? That ain't good enough. You just violated his fucking rights. You gotta have more. You gotta dig. You gotta investigate. Don't be fucking scared to investigate. That's the problem today, is all these cops are scared to catch a charge. You're not gonna catch a charge if you're doing your job. Get your ass in there and investigate. Do some digging. Ask for some names. If you find somebody that fits descriptions, okay, now we're looking for tools of the crime. You gotta know, you have enough to do digging at that point because he fits the description. So you have enough to detain the individual. You don't got to go full on arrest. A lot of officers make that mistake where they just do the full on arrest and it's somebody that shouldn't have been arrested. It wasn't even the guy that you're looking for. You just put that guy behind bars for no reason. He's gonna have hell getting that off his fucking record, by the way. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. You just made it where that guy's gonna have problems getting a job one day. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying if you're gonna do it, make damn sure that's who you're looking for. Don't be lazy. Lazy cops, there's one of two things, if not both, that happen to them. They get hemmed up in court, or if you're lazy, 9 times out of 10, there's something bad may happen to you. You may get unalived. Because if you're lazy on your reports, odds are you're probably lazy on the streets too. You're probably somebody that likes to go park somewhere and take a nap. So do your due diligence. Include everything. Include your footage. Include your statements. Include your witnesses, their names, their dates of birth, DL number if you can get it. Include all that shit. There's no reason to not do your due diligence when it comes to putting somebody behind bars, or when it comes to helping out somebody that just had their shit stolen from them. And that's a big problem out here. A huge problem. If you don't want to do the job, don't fucking be there. If you want to get off at a certain time every day, go fucking apply to work somewhere else. Go work at Lowe's, go work at Home Depot, whatever. But you're not guaranteed every night to get off at the same time. I mean, shit, you might work an assault that lasts 3 hours, depending on what happened. Maybe more than one party. Never know. You got your elements of a crime, you need to know your knowledge. Anything shy of that is wrong, and you're wasting your time. You're not only wasting your time, you're risking your freedom. You could potentially get locked up over that. You could potentially lose your job over that and never be able to be a peace officer again at another agency. There's a lot of shit that can happen. But you definitely just wasted 3 hours of your probably 8 hours fucking shift, depending on where you're at. You definitely wasted your time. You definitely wasted your agency's time, and you wasted your community's fucking time. I'm trying to alleviate that. I'm trying to get rid of officers that are not doing right. And it's not always based off corruption. It's not always intentional. It's sometimes just fucking lazy, which that's just as bad, because 9 times out of 10, a lazy motherfucker is gonna be a lazy motherfucker. You're gonna be a shitbag. You can't change that. You can't pull that out of somebody. So, like I said, if you want to work a 9 to 5, come show up at the same time every day, get off at the same time every day. Policing's not for you. But that damn report matters. I don't know how many damn assaults that I've seen throughout my career of somebody writing like a little bullshit paragraph report for a whole assault that took place. It was family violence. I mean, depending on where you're located at, I know here in Texas, like I believe the biggest on family violence. That shit is the easiest way. It's the easiest way for a cop to get locked up by not documenting shit correctly and putting in the right paperwork with that report, because there's so much that goes along with it. You got to give them the pamphlets. You got to make sure that they don't need EMS. But it also is the easiest way that an officer can get killed unalive. You got to do your due diligence. You got to have good officer presence. You need to ask the right questions. You need to find who was there. Was there any video footage? There's always video footage these days. Everybody's got a fucking Ring camera. I don't give a shit if it's the guy leaving and he looks angry when he's leaving after he just beat the shit out of his old lady or whatever just happened. You got something. So, I mean, my officers out there that are writing just small little paragraphs to some serious shit, you might want to stop doing that, because you're going to get hemmed up over it at some point. And if you're doing it anyways, regardless, and you already knew that, then you may want to find a different profession, because it's not going to be good for you. I mean, we don't get involved with police work because we want the fucking money. You're not going to make... Yeah, you got extra jobs, and honestly, I mean, that's a fucking thing that they sell you, to dedicate more of your time off, away from your family, to go work at a fucking store for 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, $70, $80, $70, $80 an hour, but it still ain't enough. You get what I'm saying? So, food for thought. Document, document, document. And for my sergeants out there that are looking at these reports, don't be fucking lazy. Don't get on your officer's ass because he has a detailed police report. And he's being very descriptive on what he's explaining and how someone looks, what the scenery looked like, because a lot of times that's important later on. Don't be a dick. Be grateful that you have an officer that's hungry enough to get out there and get the information, all the information, the totality of circumstance. That's what gives you PC, probable cause. That's what leads to your arrest. So don't hem up your younger officers out there that are going into it and being descriptive on their reports. Because that's how you get the bad guys off the street. And if you don't give a fuck about getting bad guys off the street and you just want to be a sergeant and go fuck off on your shift, then again, it's not the job for you. You need to go find something to do. I know you worked your ass off to get to the point of where you're at. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm sick and tired of this fucking mentality that a lot of these officers have where it's, well, what's the use? Well, no. If you're a good cop, you're going to get your charge. You're going to get your evidence. You're going to get your statements. If you're a shit cop, then you're probably one of those people that's always bitching about the courts and, oh, I can't get a charge and nobody likes cops anymore. And yeah, which is true. They don't like, a lot of people don't like cops. I understand why. I mean, fuck, I barely liked them when I was one. I didn't like them when I was one, to be honest with you. But facts are facts. It's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. And you need to keep that mentality at all times. If you can't prove it, it never happened. If you can't prove it and you made the arrest and you put somebody behind bars, you might get fucked on that. You might. Because these attorneys today, they're going for the throat. They're not going for just freeing their guy. No, they're going for the money and they're going for the fucking throat. They're gonna try to hem your ass up, and then while trying to play safe, you just made the inevitable happen. You just walked yourself into the very situation that you were trying to avoid. It's just like a football player, that a lot of the ones that you hear about all off season long about how they got nutrition, they got a nutrition specialist, they did all these exercises, these special exercises that they never did all season long, any of the other seasons, you know, and they never got shit from it. They're the ones that get hurt. You try so hard to not get hurt, they get hurt. You try so hard to make it where you don't lose your job, and you don't even abide by the laws and what you're supposed to do because you're so scared. Everything you wanted to prevent, you just put yourself in a fucking hole. So don't do it. If you do right and you have all the evidence, how are they gonna fuck you? How are they gonna get you? How are you gonna lose your job? No. You'll be seen as a fucking hero. You just got a bad guy off the street. Wear that badge with pride. We don't become cops so that we can just sit on our ass all night and just not do shit. Just go park in a fucking parking lot and just go to our calls and that's it. No, that's not why we do it. Reports are the hardest part of the job, and they're also the most important part of the job, most tedious part of the job. But that is what defines you as an officer, believe it or not. Because when it's not there, all those same judges are still going to be there for your next trial. All those DAs are still going to be the same ones, and they're going to be able to see everything that you've done in the past. Are you somebody that does your due diligence and goes and finds the evidence, or are you somebody that, oh, this guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about? But your officers these days, I mean, it's one of the three. When it comes to bad shit happening to you in court, it's either a lazy cop, a crooked cop, or it's a scared cop because they're scared to lose their job, their livelihoods. And I understand that. I get it completely. I'd be lying to you if I told you that never ran across my mind a few times. But I never policed scared. I never did it. Because if you police scared, you can also lose your life out there. Because there could come a day, depending on where you're at, what city you're in, where, well, it doesn't even matter what city you're in these days. You may have to draw that weapon. Guess what happens if you draw that weapon and what's going through your mind is, man, if I shoot this guy, then I might get hemmed up in court. I might lose my freedom. I might, gone. You cease to exist at that point. And your brains are splattered all over the fucking ground somewhere. Your family gets that call. Now your kids don't have a dad. Your wife don't have a husband. Your parents don't have a son or daughter. You just did that to all of those people because you chose to do a job where you're scared. And I'm not getting off topic here. It's all of this shit is linked together. If you're scared to put the right, proper information in a report and to do your due diligence, then odds are you're probably going to be scared in a hostile situation like that. Which, yet, is another fucking reason why you shouldn't have became a cop to begin with. And if you have this mentality, you either got to fix that shit and unfuck yourself, or you got to go ahead and just get on out. Just own it to yourself that it's not for you, and just get the fuck out. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to be a cop. You may be a good salesman. You may be a good welder. You might, who knows what you are. But you're not a fucking cop. You got to be able to look in the mirror one day and you got to be able to decide, what kind of cop are you? Are you a protector of the public servant? Are you somebody that doesn't want to get arrested? Are you somebody that doesn't, you prioritize not going to jail over doing your job and protecting people, which is what you're supposed to do. This is legitimate shit. You got to really be honest with yourself. I know as a cop, I'm guilty of it too. We all got a huge ego. We do. But at the end of the day, you know yourself. God knows who you are. If God's telling you, this ain't for you, get out. Because you're not protecting his children any more than you're protecting yourself. You're a harm to yourself, and you're a harm to the society. Because you're the first line of defense. When somebody's in a vulnerable state, they look to you. You ain't cut out for this kind of work, go ahead and listen to God. Get the fuck out. There's other shit that pays just as much as that cop job pays. Trust me. That's all I got for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. I enjoy the fun facts of the day for you guys. I think it does a lot of good. Feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know y'all's thoughts. Like, dislike, if that shit's even on there, I don't know. But I'd like to keep the ball rolling with this. Again, I do plan on growing this podcast, but I gotta grow in viewers first. So, and if the show sucks, hey, tell me it sucks. Fuck it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if y'all don't like my opinion, if y'all are cops out there that disagree with what I'm saying and you don't like being put on blast, you feel offended, go ahead and let me know. I want to know why you feel that way. But y'all have a good weekend. Sorry I didn't make one last week. It was Easter. I had a lot of shit going on. I got kids, so got a wife. Y'all have a good weekend. Good rest of y'all's day. Saint Michael out. Praise be the Lord. God Almighty, Jesus Christ.